I love the premise of the show. Smart people talking about dumb shit.
I think it's dumb people talking about smart shit. Oh, we go where we not supposed to go, baby.
The Brilliant Idiots Podcast.
Yep, Charlamagne the God.
Andrew Schultz.
We are the Brilliant Idiots Podcast, and this episode is brought to you by Squarespace. From websites and online stores, the marketing tools and analytics, Squarespace is the all-in-one platform to build a beautiful online presence and run your business. There are no hidden fees or price hikes, and all websites are optimized for mobile, and it's so simple. Start with a design template and use drag and drop tools to make it your own. Head to squarespace.com/idiot for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, use the offer code IDIOT to save 10% off your first purchase. Now let's start the show. Hezzy is here.
Welcome back, bro.
Man. Needed that 8 days of vacation.
How long does it take you to settle into relaxation?
Immediately.
Really?
My wife said that shit all the time. My wife said, as soon as you get on vacation, get to where you going, everything stops. And that's a fact. I looked at my call. Look at my call log. This is my call log, right? I ain't even paid this no attention to this morning. This is my call log.
All missed calls.
All red, right? I don't fuck with my phone. No, nothing. Like literally, like I'm done. Especially when I haven't been to Anguilla in 2.5 years. Oh,
that's right, because of COVID and everything.
Because of COVID. Last time I was in Anguilla, Duval was with me. That was December of 2019, going into 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah, so right before COVID. Right before COVID was the last time I've been in Anguilla. I didn't even realize I hadn't been there in 2.5 years. And I was just like, oh my God, home. Like I really love Anguilla. Like I'm going to die in Anguilla.
Really?
Yes. When I'm like 90-something years old, it's just going to be whatever social media platform is out at the time or whatever it is. Probably just be holograms that pop up. It's going to be just a hologram that pop up that says, radio personality, multimedia personality, Charlamagne the God dies at 90 years old. I might say civil rights activist based off the show Bust Down on NBC. You seen the show Bust Down on NBC, Peacock?
Nah.
Yeah, they said history might remember me as a civil rights leader. But it was a joke.
Oh, okay.
They were saying that's how fucked up the world is now.
I was like, did I miss something? Maybe mental rights.
We should insert that. Insert that clip.
Hey, look, all I'm saying is, if I'm being honest, we're fucked. We're fucked. You know? At this point, history is going to remember Charlamagne the God as a civil rights leader. It's tragic, really. I mean, come on, people, read a book.
But yeah, they said that they might remember me. But whatever it is, I'm going to die in Anguilla at 90-something years old. I already see it.
And what is it about Anguilla?
Man, you can really feel God there, yo.
Okay.
I'm not even joking when I say that. Like, I feel God there, yo. And I can breathe under the water.
Oh, God, here we go. It's like you start with some shit that's believable and, like, relatable. And then you go into your, like, werewolf thing.
I can breathe underwater in Anguilla. I'm not saying everybody can.
Yeah.
I just realized this week that I can.
Yeah.
I can breathe underwater.
Is this why they think black people can't swim? Is because you guys are trying to breathe underwater? Like, are you just trying to spread the stereotype? There's going to be so many black people that are going to Anguilla. Like, now you just start breathing. And then
I didn't say it for everybody. It's just something I realized.
Yeah.
Because you know what it was?
How'd you realize it? Hey, yeah. Break that down for me, please.
I'm in the water, right? Like, I go in the water early in the morning, and I love to be in the water and looking up at the sun, right? I like to be looking up at the sun. I feel like when I pray, from the water to the sun, it's like a direct connection to God.
Okay.
And I believe in like grounding. When you take your shoes off and like you're walking around the yard, you're grounding. There's no better grounding than having your feet at the bottom of the ocean and looking up at the sun and praying. And so it was just one of those things where I had like 3 or 4 rum punches and I was like, why do people come up for air? So I just went down there.
Okay.
And I literally was just sitting there for a while. And then I was just like, oh shit, I can breathe under this motherfucker, yo.
You don't realize how many black people are going to die because of this stuff. You don't realize it. It's going to happen, and it's going to be your fault. And they're going to have tweets like, yo, I'm going to try that Charlotte shit.
Yeah, so Aquaman ain't never killed no white people?
Aquaman's white, bro. I don't know. I didn't say white people couldn't not breathe underwater. Maybe he's Hawaiian, whatever it is. Shout out to Jason Momoa. But I'm just saying, this is not good. This is not good.
It's not for everybody. I'm just telling you that I can breathe underwater.
Taylor just said, how long do you think you could breathe underwater for?
I was down there for like 35 minutes.
Oh my
What? I had my watch on. I know. I had my underwater watch on. I was down there for 35 minutes, yo.
You're underwater watching.
I was down there for 35 minutes, cooling. Like it was a thing. Like, really, people were going by snorkeling and they was just like, waving.
Yeah,
Like-
that's what's up, bro.
I'm just letting you
That's
know.
fire.
But
Are you selling any glasses that are unbreakable? Like,
I can see underwater too.
well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
a lot of
okay.
people are scared to do that because they think the salt water burns their eyes. Salt water don't burn my eyes.
Interesting.
Salt water doesn't burn my eyes. I can breathe underwater. I can stay under the water for a long time and my skin don't get wrinkly.
Oh, wow. Maybe that's where you're supposed to be.
I might be some type of
Amphibian.
amphibian, merman.
Yeah.
I might be kin to Namor. I don't know.
Kin to Namor.
Namor.
What is that?
Oh, man. Namor the Submariner. You don't know Namor?
No.
Oh, you're not a comic book guy. You know Namor, right, Alex?
A little bit.
Everybody will know Namor after Black Panther 2 comes out.
Oh.
He's the antagonist in Black Panther 2. But how was your week?
Wait, the antagonist. The antagonist in Black Panther is the water. Fucking dead. The only thing that can stop Black Panther is a body of water taller than 6 feet. Yo,
man.
Marvel don't give a fuck,
Marvel's
bro.
wildin', bro.
Marvel did not give a fuck. God damn,
They've
Marvel.
been hitting that Namor, though. They've been hitting at him since.
Oh, shit.
Since.
What's the new antagonist in Shang-Chi? Is it driving a car straight? Is that the new antagonist? In Shang-Chi,
Oh, my
bro?
God.
What
Oh,
man.
listen. How was your
You gotta
week,
check
man?
out that new Captain Marvel movie.
What's
Captain Marvel.
What's the antagonist of Captain Marvel?
Letting It Go. Is that- did you see that one?
All you gotta do is get into an argument with Captain Marvel.
Why don't we talk about what you did 1,000 years ago?
Oh my God, that's
Hey,
how you
why don't we
distract
talk
it.
about what you did 3 galaxies away 1,000 years ago?
Oh my God. Oh.
Yeah, I'm dead, bro.
See, that's Namor right there. He got the
Nah,
hoochie
whoever
daddy
did that-
shorts on.
That shit is crazy.
Nah,
bro.
that's Namor. Namor got the hoochie daddy shorts on.
We gotta go into the water and fight him. I ain't going into the water.
The Submariner.
Yo, fuck that.
You know what's so funny? Time out. You know what's so fucking funny about this, and I never thought about it?
What?
In Endgame, there's a scene. Remember when everybody's up as a hologram? And the guy says, she goes, there was an earthquake. There was an earthquake underwater off the coast of Wakanda or whatever.
Yeah.
And the young lady from the Dora Milaje, they asked her what she gonna do about it. And she goes, nothing. It's an earthquake underwater. We leave it alone. Like they didn't
She
want
knew.
no
She
parts
knew.
of it.
She knew.
But that was a Easter egg for Namor. Yeah, that was the Easter egg for Namor. And I think it was Iron Man 2. In Iron Man 2, Iron Man's looking at a map of like different superheroes across the country, and you see like a dot in the middle of the ocean. So that was supposed to be Atlantis, because that's where Namor, he's the king of Atlantis. You never heard of the underwater world Atlantis?
Yeah, I have. What's the deal with that? Like, where was Atlantis? I'm hearing all these different like.
There's something
rationales
under there,
for it.
bro.
You truly believe that now it's covered by water?
It makes no sense for the Earth to be 75% water and something's not going on down there, bro.
Oh, you think it's still there?
I believe in mermaids. I believe in mermen. I believe in Atlantis. I believe in all of that shit.
You might be a mermaid, dude.
I think so. I'm telling you, after what I witnessed this week, me breathing underwater.
I mean, that is mermaid behavior.
That is definitely mermaid.
Right? Like,
I identify as a mermaid.
You do.
Yes.
And you should be able to.
That's right.
No, you don't
That's
even have to
right.
identify
That's
as
right.
it.
That's
like,
right.
you can breathe underwater. You're
That's
a
right.
mermaid.
That's right. And I came to the conclusion this week that
Can I call you a mermaggot?
mermaid. Yeah, I came to the conclusion. Mermaggot is wild. Mermaggot. Listen, I came to the conclusion this week that my pronoun, we all should have pronouns, bro.
Damn, bro, you ain't gonna even chew that fish. You just gonna swallow it, old mermaggot.
Yo, you know the wildest thing is a glizzy, bro. Why do they call hot dogs glizzy,
I don't know
bro?
where that started, yo.
Me neither.
When I was a kid, we didn't call them glizzies.
Hell no. That shit sounds disgusting. Like Glizzy Gobbler, like that shit should be a slur, bro. Like you should be able just to be out here telling people they putting glizzies in their mouth, bro. That's wild. Y'all don't think that's wild?
It is
A glizzy?
It is wild. I don't know when it started.
It's like Snoop saying gay, like back in the day, like Gizzle. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Gizzle was gay?
No, but that's how Snoop would have said it back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
He'd have been like, you glizzle? You glizzle, my nizzle?
You glizzle? I can't even start. But dude, a glizzy gobbler is
Glizzy
crazy.
Gobbler is wild.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You a different kind of glizzy. If you a glizzy gobbler?
No.
Like, why? You can't even eat a hot dog in peace without somebody saying, what you doing putting that glizzy in your mouth?
There's a video. It looks like they were feeding glizzies to this special needs dude in Coney Island. Did you see the side talk video when they were out in Coney Island?
Bro, what?
One in each hand, and they just feeding him a glizzy at the same.
That's wild,
Son,
man.
it was crazy.
I seen the video where the dude had the hot dog and like the hot dog was so long it was hanging out the bun.
Yeah.
And he goes, and right before he bites it, you hear somebody go, "Hey, yo!" And he stops and he gets so fucking mad. You might as well have just called him a slur because he got so mad. He was like, "Yo, you gonna put that whole glizzy in your mouth?" The dude was like, "Why the fuck I can't just eat a glizzy in peace?"
My favorite one is dude sneaks up on his boy who's about to eat it, and he just goes, "Hey, yo!" And dude just goes, fucking throws.
Yo! Hey, yo! This man got the glizzy! You got the glizzy! You glizzy gobbler!
He chucks that shit, bud.
Glizzy is wild. And for nobody in New York to be pausing that, Jesus Christ.
That's a super pause.
How was your week, though? I just want to know how your week was, man.
No hot dogs. I didn't take any hot dogs down. No, my meat. No.
My meat was good. Had a good meat. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, y'all are crazy, bro. Y'all are fucking crazy. Where the glizzy gobblers at, bro?
What a glizzy gobblers
Shout out to the glizzy
yo.
gobblers, bro. The semen demon. This girl called herself a semen demon, bro. You didn't see that?
No.
Man, this girl was crazy, bro.
Does she like to drink semen?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
That's what glizzy goblin sounds like.
Yeah.
Glizzy goblin sounds like somebody who likes to drink semen, bro.
That's the girl who slurped up the Suns, the Phoenix Suns. Do you remember that girl? She kind of went viral for that shit. But she called herself the semen demon. Like,
how did somebody find out you sucked off a whole team?
I think she said it.
Really?
Yeah. No, but she said it. She was like,
but what if she didn't really suck off the whole team? What if she sucked off like 4 or 5 of them? But then it's a whole bitch that's like, we didn't get no head. And now they getting in trouble at home.
I thought you said bitch. A whole bench. Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
That's to practice bad habits.
Yeah.
Listen,
yeah.
Did you see, there's so much shit that happened over the week, man, that I was thinking about. And I was like, did you see the woman who was pregnant in Texas? She's 34 weeks. Now,
this fire.
34 weeks.
Fire. I love this.
I love it too. 34 weeks. The brain is fully developed. The baby's in there chilling. You know what I'm saying? The glizzy's growing. You know what I mean? And she got pulled over by the police because she was in the Hove lane. Now, mind you, I didn't know what Hove lanes were till I moved to New York. And when I moved to New York in 2006, I thought Jay-Z had his own goddamn lane. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, yo, this guy is really the king of New York. And I at first I thought that. Then I thought this meant where he must have got HOV from. But no, it was a short for Jehovah. But this woman got pulled over by the police.
Is that the woman?
Yes. 34 weeks pregnant.
Piece, bro.
I mean, come on. She got her club shot up. Of course.
She got a club shot?
She got her club shot up. And she says her unborn baby should count as a second person. If you know anything about Hove lanes, it got to be you and another person in the car for you to get through a Hove lane. What did she do wrong?
Yo.
Because she got a ticket. She got cited for this.
He starts peeking around. He's like, is it just you? And I said, no, there's 2 of us. And he's like, well, where's the other person? And I went, right here. And I said, well, not trying to throw a political mix here, but with everything going on, this counts as a baby. I really don't feel like it's right because one law is saying it one way, but then another law is saying it another way.
This is what I love.
Okay.
I love this like mental gymnastics that people are going to play now, where it's just like, if it's a baby,
Yes.
then that counts as another person.
Yes.
And you should be able to drive in the HOV lane.
I agree.
Simple as that.
Simple.
Don't tell me that doesn't count.
That's right.
When you're on the highway, but
That's
it
right.
counts everywhere else
That's
in
right.
life.
That's right.
I think not only should she not pay a ticket, she needs an apology from the city if the city is mandating that rule. I think Texas is one of the states that's trying to.
One of the biggest.
Okay.
And the officer told her that no, this rule means that the person has to be out of your body in the seat. I know that's not in the fine print. That's not in the fine print. Show me where it says the person has to be out of your body.
Why should it make a difference?
It shouldn't make a fucking difference. What do we say when a woman is pregnant? She's with child.
She's with child.
So if you're with a child,
yep,
boom, you get to drive in the fucking whole lane.
I don't get that at all. What is the difference if the baby's in the seat next door or if it's in your belly?
I have no idea. We say it all. We say it. And if you kill a pregnant woman,
I don't know.
You get double homicide.
I don't know. I don't know if that's true.
I don't know if it's true either, but I've heard it enough to repeat it. I've heard it enough. I'm assuming these people know what they talking about when they say this.
You should, bro.
Look that up, Taylor.
Should, yeah, can you look that up?
Double
Taylor?
homicide.
Yeah, even the way you say that shit is glizzy goblin, bro.
Too glizzy. Okay.
Yeah, no, I love that she did this shit, and it's true. If life begins in inception, and if I'm a girl,
Taylor's wild, bro.
What'd she do?
No.
What'd she even try to Google? I gotta know what she tried to Google.
Googled double homicide.
No.
Which, if the unlawful
if you
killing
kill a woman that's pregnant, does it count as double homicide?
Yes. If you kill a woman that's pregnant. Because I heard it did. And I heard it enough that I believe it. Because that sounds fair.
Yo.
Right?
If it's a life, yo. Decide. If it's a life, then you killed two people.
They say
Simple
life
as that.
starts on gestation.
What is gestation?
Justin Bieber's new album that's coming out. I don't know. Isn't it gestation? What is gestation?
Stop it now. Stop it now. You're going too far now.
What is gestation?
You just said it, bro. You just said it. You just said it, bro. Stop acting like you underwater, bro. You're not underwater anymore. You're just with us regular people now. You need to stop acting crazy right now, okay? Don't say this shit. Gestation?
That's it. Gestation.
That's what you're saying. Gestation.
Isn't it?
Now Taylor's reading legal documents. Taylor,
unborn victims of
Taylor,
violence.
just go back on TikTok, Taylor. Then when we need you, we're gonna let you know, and then we're gonna bring you back into the podcast. Just go back on TikTok, okay?
I don't even know what to tell Taylor at this point. I mean,
no, it's okay. It's okay. It's
but
one of the things you move on. We move on.
Well, if it's true that when you kill a pregnant woman, you get charged with double homicide, then that woman who's pregnant should be able to drive through the whole lane.
If you're saying a baby is a life,
yes.
And a woman is carrying a baby.
Yes.
And that baby is completely independent from her. That's what the argument is.
I agree.
Hey, don't punish the baby.
Yes.
It's a baby. It has nothing to do with the mother.
That's
Those
right.
are separate lives.
That's right.
Every woman that's pregnant should be able to drive in the HOV lane. And even if you're not pregnant,
that's right.
Driving that shit anyway and
that's
just
right.
say you are if they pull you over. And then what they going to do? They're going to give you a pregnancy test right there?
And what kind of dickhead? She's 34 weeks. You can see she's showing. The brain is fully developed in a baby at 34 weeks. Like,
absolutely.
Baby's dream at 34 weeks.
And the bosoms was full too.
I'm sure they
Fat
were.
as hell.
And what kind of dickhead are you as a police officer to give that woman a ticket?
Right?
She's pregnant. Just let her go. And you got to give her an E for effort. Like, you know what?
That's
good. Fire. That's
was
fire.
good.
You know what? Just
that was good.
Go ahead. Somebody else might not be so nice to you.
Nah,
but go ahead.
That was good.
Like,
I
come on.
with that.
And I'm going to tell you another double standard thing that happened. It happened in Jacksonville, Florida. I want you to add this too, Taylor, because this I truly believe this guy is being unjustly punished. This is this dude named Jeremy Nix.
Jeremy Nix.
I don't know if you've seen this video, but Jeremy Nix got charged with animal cruelty.
Oh, yeah. This is interesting.
Because his neighbor's cock attacked him.
Yeah.
And so he hit the cock in the head and accidentally killed the cock.
Now his neck flares up and he's doing his thing and he's trying to jump up at me. So I pick up a stick in the yard and I try to hit it, but the chicken's jumping up at me and I accidentally knocked it in the head. I didn't know to give it a 21 gun salute, CPR, mouth to mouth, or call the chicken ambulance. I was feared for my safety and the chicken died. Chickens are dying every day, people, at churches, Popeyes, and Kentucky Fried Chicken. Really.
His thing is, like, number one, the fucking cock was attacking me.
Yeah.
Number two, chickens die every day, B.
Every day.
Popeyes, KFC,
Every day.
fucking churches. So my thing is, if you're not going to punish, and forget we don't even got to go to the restaurants. Have you ever seen a chicken factory, bro? Have you ever seen when they farm these chickens on these factories, the cruel and unusual punishment? Bro, we used to chase cocks. I used to chase cocks with my grandma, bro. And we used to chase after these roosters. And when we would catch these cocks, we would grab them by their necks. And how Petey Pablo used to do that shit?
Yeah.
That's what we used to do with the chicken, break the chicken's neck. All in the name of food. We never got charged with animal cruelty.
Yeah.
These fucking farms and these factories that are killing billions of chickens a fucking year don't get charged with animal cruelty. So why is this guy?
I think you make a good argument right there. Is it something about like it's that person's property and you've destroyed that person's property?
Well, watch your fucking cock.
And wait, was that cock on the neighbor's property?
Yes, he said he was being attacked by the cock. He said the cock got big and the cock like just looked ferocious. So he got scared. He grabbed a stick and hit the cock.
I mean, if your cock is on my lawn,
I got to defend myself.
I'm going to beat it down.
You should.
Yeah.
And he hit it right on the head.
I mean, I'm going to hit at the head. I'm going to grab the body. I'm going to do anything I can.
Do what you got to do to take that cock down. Eat the fucking cock. And by the way, when you kill the cock, what you do with the meat?
I mean, you have to devour it.
That's the only thing to do is put the meat in your mouth.
Yeah.
Like, what else you going to do with the cock?
I agree with you, dude. I'm 100%.
There's nothing else to
you
do
don't
with the cock.
You don't want it to waste, right?
I'm just tired of the hypocrisy in this world.
Yeah, me too, dude.
There's no consistency.
Yeah, we need consistency.
Everything is a fucking contradiction. If I kill billions of cocks a year for food, how can I charge this man with animal cruelty? And I'm gonna go to Wendy's later and get a spicy chicken sandwich.
Honestly, the animal was being cruel.
Explain.
The animal's guilty of cruelty.
Ooh,
not the
for
person.
Attacking the guy. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, it's in Florida, right? He's standing his ground.
Mm-hmm.
If that was a pit bull that was attacking him and then he hit it, nobody would care.
True.
It seems to be an innocent cock, but not all cocks are innocent.
Not all cocks are innocent.
Like you said, some cocks are ferocious.
That's right.
Some cocks are fucking delicious too.
Yeah, they are.
Most of them.
All of them.
Most of the cocks I've had fucking taste good, bro.
Cocks are amazing.
No, they are.
If you've ever eaten a spicy chicken sandwich from Wendy's, you ever eaten Chick-fil-A, Bojangles, Popeyes, you've eaten a cock.
Can I ask you,
are delicious.
Have you ever been about to order something, you're at Chick-fil-A, and they're like, get the tenders, and they're like, you want 3? And you're like,
no,
I want more cocks, bro.
Give me motherfucking 6.
Yeah, like I need 6 cocks.
Yes.
I would like twice the amount of cocks if it's possible.
Yes, man.
So no, that's crazy, bro.
I scared the shit out of my 6-year-old too, because we was in Anguilla and we was at this beach shack called Blanchard's.
Okay.
And chickens were roaming around, right?
Yeah.
Chickens and their little kids. And I go, those chickens want to talk to you. Because they want to know why you keep eating their family members. Right? And she looked so concerned. She was like, I'm never eating chicken again. It was like it dawned on her like, this is what we're eating?
Yeah.
These cute little things that are walking around. My 14-year-old, she's like, I said, yo.
Pull up then.
That's right. My 14-year-old was like, yes. Boy.
I'm still hungry.
Exactly. Chickens die. That's funny as hell. Chickens die every day,
Chickens die every day.
It's the truth. That shit does remind me of like the marijuana laws though.
What you mean?
Because it's like they're making marijuana legal throughout the country, whether it's medicinal or recreational, but then they still got people in jail for marijuana. And in some places, they're still giving you charges for marijuana. It just seems stupid.
Okay, so I feel 2 ways about this. One, I'm like, this is the worst thing possible that the same politicians that are putting or enacting laws and putting people behind bars are now profiting off of.
Yes.
And by profit, I mean like these marijuana companies are paying them.
Yes.
Not paying them, but like campaign donations or however the fuck you like bribe politicians. On the other hand, you're in jail because you did something illegal.
It was illegal at the time.
And I guess you think
if the laws change over time, it just makes more. If you give somebody life for something that was illegal.
That's crazy.
And then you make it legal during their life.
Yeah.
Common sense should be like, they served their time.
So once the law changes.
I would think.
Now, does it work the other way? When something becomes illegal, all the people that we've known have done in the past, do we then punish them?
What has been happening to us for the past 5 years?
Go.
Because of our speech.
What you mean?
What do you mean? They've been doing that to us for how long?
Okay, now let me do another one. They make abortion illegal. Do they come collect? They got the names. Did they start knocking on the door?
Yeah. Oh. Yo, you remember in 2000?
Right. Yo.
They would have been 22 right now. Whoa.
Right?
Whoa.
It's tricky, right?
It is.
I think it's disgusting. You can make something legal and then make money on. Literally, the state is charging taxes. Let's say the state was like, we don't want any money from this because we've put people in prison for this, so we're not going to take any money. We're going to look the other way. You guys do your thing.
That'd be incredible.
That'd be one thing.
That'd be incredible.
But if the state is profiting,
I agree.
And you got people in jail for it, that's crazy.
I agree wholeheartedly, and I don't like it the other way around. By the way,
yeah, you don't want to be punished for other shit.
That's the analogy I use about speeding tickets. Like,
yes.
if you're driving on a highway that was 55, right? It was 55. Or no, it's 85 20 years ago. So you're doing 85. And then 20 years later, it gets reduced to 55. If you started getting speeding tickets in the mail from 20 years ago, you'd be like, what the fuck is going on?
No, this was fine back then.
That's my point. I don't like it. I don't like it the other way. But if you're already in jail for something and they make it fucking legal, you gotta let them out.
Yes.
Every state that's legalized marijuana, y'all give people 20, 30 years for weed. You gotta let them out.
Yeah.
Come on.
I think so.
Come on.
Even though they did break a rule, and you do get punished for breaking rules. Yeah. But if that rule also changes, you're basically saying, hey, that shouldn't have been a punishable rule back in the day. Yeah. It's like you're correcting your shit.
Yeah.
You know? Like if somebody was in jail for, there was like racist laws. And let's say somebody broke one of those laws that were racist. Once that racist law goes away, you got to let all those people out of prison because they were punished for an immoral law.
I would think so. It's all weird. Like even with the animal cruelty charge, I think that's going to get dropped. The HOV ticket, I think that's going to get dropped. But it's crazy that people even have to go to court for these things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the biggest annoyance.
I just want, all I want across the board is consistency. I want it from everybody. Oh. I want the media to be consistent.
You're going to be miserable, my friend, hoping you get that.
Because I'm watching Hunter Biden snorting boulders.
Yo,
and nobody's talking about it.
Go.
Oh, I fuck with him.
Go.
That makes the whole Biden family relatable.
Go. Why does he hate his dad so much? That's what we need to figure out.
Pressure. I thought about this on the plane ride home yesterday as I was reading up on it.
Because that is
pressure.
The only reason you would record that interaction is on some like subconscious level, you want to get caught. And
he's been getting caught.
I know. Yeah. I'm saying it's like, getting caught hurts the people in your family, specifically your father.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's not a cry for help. It's a cry for fuck you, dad.
Yeah, I read some excerpts out of the daughter's book. I forgot the daughter's name. It's the one that they caught in his email. He called her the C word that rhymes with punt. But she said,
who called her that?
Hunter called his sister that.
And you don't say that word?
No, I don't say it. I don't practice bad habits.
Huh.
And she said in the book that basically kind of like Joe cared about politics more than them.
Yeah.
So everything was about appearances. You know what I mean? So I guess Hunter's like, I ain't no motherfucking politician. I like these drugs and I like these whores.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what I want to do in my life. Basically, I want to live out loud the way y'all do in Washington on the low.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think it's rebellion against that. I really think it's just rebellion against that type of pressure. Having to live up to being, come on, say what you want. Joe Biden, I don't know how you measure success as a politician, but he's got to be one of the most successful politicians of all time, right?
He became president. There's only 6 of them?
Damn, I forgot about that. I was thinking about everything else.
Yeah, I'm saying
yeah.
That's it.
The president thing,
It's hard.
Is it really that hard to do?
Yes, bro. Yes, bro. That shit is fucking hard.
He's ran 3 times. It's not hard. Listen, it's not hard for the winners. I was watching the Obama doc on HBO.
Seemed easy.
Obama got it the first time out the gate.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
Obama knocked it out the park. first time out the gate.
Yeah, he was nice with it though.
And didn't have a lot of experience.
Yeah, but he was nice.
Hillary, think about all the experience Hillary had, all the experience Joe Biden had.
Though. She's just an awful
But that's
person.
my point.
And so unlikable. There's nothing you can do about that. Like some people are just so unlikable. Like you look at her and you're like, ugh.
No, you got if you watch the Obama doc, you like, wow. If you watch the Obama doc, it's really like night and day.
Yeah.
Because even though Obama is a politician, like he's a politician true and true, he knew how to not be one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like there was one scene where like he's riding in the back of the car and it seems so stereotypical now, but the guy goes, yeah, you know, a lot of people say you're not black enough. And he goes, well, you know, when I'm walking through, you know, these neighborhoods like in the south side of Chicago, first buzzword, oh, south side of Chicago. He's like, and I go into barber shops, and, you know, when I'm out just playing basketball. I'm like, that shit sounds so stereotypical, but in the moment, it sounded like just
real,
human
genuine,
and real.
Yeah.
Exactly. Whether it was or not, I don't know. I'm sure it was because they actually cut to a scene of his barber the very next, you know, whatever the fuck they call it in television world. And the barber was like, yeah, the guy asked me, do I cut his hair to look like a white man? And I got offended. He's like, what the fuck does that mean? That's what the barber said. So it's like when you see that compared to like Hillary at the time just being robotic politician, talking about the issue.
Lizard,
It's like people don't care about
Hillary don't got it.
She don't got it.
She don't got it.
I love Hillary though. I like Hillary.
Fair, but she doesn't have the intangible thing that Obama has, that Bill Clinton has. Say what you want about Bill Clinton, but that motherfucker is charismatic and charming. Everything is a story.
Playing the saxophone on goddamn Arsenio.
You know what to do.
And they said Bill never forgets a name.
Oh yeah,
never forgets a name.
You in? I mean, even watch him on like you can watch him on like Jimmy Kimmel or any of these like late night shows. He's incredible on the late night shows because every question he ties a story into it. He has funny quips. He's like witty, etc. It's like Hillary's just like you said, so bland, so robotic. I need power. How can I get power?
And the crazy part is Hillary's not like that when you just catch her cooling.
Right.
You know? And Bill is always on.
Yeah. It's about that life.
I saw Bill. I remember seeing Bill at Tyler Perry Studios, man. He was shaking my wife's hand a little too long. I said to Bill, I said, you shaking my wife's hand a little too long? Bill goes, well, you know, Charlamagne, you'd have had something to worry about 30 years ago.
No, he didn't.
He goes, I'm harmless now.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Listen, it was a joke, but it was hilarious.
He's the best.
You laugh your ass off at that. How do you not laugh at that?
Nah, he's the best.
You know what I'm saying?
He's the best.
And don't twist that to anything crazy. It's just like, how do you not laugh at that?
No, I mean, this is the most hilarious thing.
What?
The fact that he just said it.
And he did like he wiped his mouth.
He smelled his hand.
He looked.
No, I'm just saying. He smelled right there. He
wiped his mouth. He goes, I'm in the mood for glizzies. He said, back in the day, your wife would have got this glizzy.
I'm just saying, bro. Yo, you know what's crazy? My grandfather said that to my father after meeting my mom.
What?
He was like, he goes, Larry, literally. He goes, Larry, you know, if I was 30 years younger, you wouldn't have a chance with this one.
That's what I'm saying. That's an OG joke.
That's like
what's an old comic joke?
It's a compliment.
Yeah, but what's
it's like a street joke.
Yes, that's an old street joke. Like older people will say, you had 30 years ago. Yeah, they do
That's
that.
your way of saying, hey, your wife is beautiful.
That's all they're simply saying. That's all. She can get this glizzy.
What? Come on.
What, Taylor?
Come on. Can't imagine Bill Clinton wrapped in a bun?
No, now Taylor think about the glizzy. She's like, damn, I can't even eat a hot dog no more. She's like, I can never order a hot dog off the street anymore, ever. Again. Should we do this now or to pay a bill first? Let's pay a bill first. Let's pay a bill. Let's pay a bill and come back and talk about Miss Macy Gray. Hennessy, man. Salute to Hennessy, man. Got nothing but love for Hennessy. Hennessy is the OG cognac out here in these streets. Some people don't even think it's a party until Hennessy enters the building. Okay, Hennessy celebrates those who never stop and never settle in their never-ending pursuit of greatness. Maurice Ashley, salute to Maurice Ashley. Maurice lives his passion Through his love of chess, he made history in 1999 as the world's first black Grand Master, an inspiring story of intellect and brilliance. His ability to push the potential of his own mind to new levels of greatness is universally inspiring. In the world of the mind, there are no limits. Hennessy, never stop, never settle. Visit www.hennessy.com to learn more about Maurice Ashley. That's Hennessy, HENNESSY.com. Schultz, tell us why your hair is so beautiful, man.
Guys, keeps. Simple as that. Keep your hair. You don't have to go bald anymore, okay? You don't have to. This is a choice. I've been on this over a decade, and look, my hair's looking luscious because I chose to keep it, okay? I'm telling you, Keeps has got your back, and it's incredibly affordable as well. They have generic versions that you can get for less than $10 a month. Keeps is going to be the thing that makes you look beautiful, makes you feel confident, and makes you avoid incredibly costly surgeries so you can get that hair back on your dome. So how are you going to get the Keeps? I'm going to tell you right now. Keeps is available when you go to keeps.com/idiots, and you're going to receive your first month of treatment for free. Okay? keeps.com/idiots. You receive your first month of treatment for free. But remember, prevention is key because treatments can take 4 to 6 months to see results. So make sure you act fast. Let's get back to the show.
Church announcements. What you got, Schultz?
Hey, man. Big church announcement. This is the thing I've been waiting to talk to you guys about. But obviously, the special is coming out this Sunday. Infamous. I am selling it through my website. There's a 2-week window where you can buy it. But this Sunday, I want everybody to watch it. First comedy pay-per-view event. Go get it, and you will be able to have it forever. We're going to send everybody who buys it a link, so you'll be able to have your copy of it forever. But yeah, Infamous. This is it's been a big deal for me. I know this took a while to get out, but there was basically what happened was it was with a streamer, and the streamer wanted to edit jokes, and I'm done with the editing jokes, man. I made it here because I never had notes on my stand-up, so I'm not going to change that now. You know, I put my stand-up on YouTube and Instagram and all these places, and the people really appreciate it. I think they appreciated it was authentic. I think they appreciated it was real, and I'm not going to start watering it down now that I have this moment. So I was fortunate enough where I could buy back my special, and now I'm selling it directly to people.
First of all, I've always had tremendous respect for you, but I that to me is like the most gangster shit you've ever done.
Thank you,
career wise.
Thank you.
Because it takes a lot to drop your nuts on any of these platforms. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like whatever the streaming platform was, for you to be like, you know what? I don't give a fuck. Because number one, it says a lot about it shows you're egoless. Number one, because a lot of people do shit like that for ego.
I need to be attached to the streamer.
I gotta be attached
the streamer
to
validates me.
This person, that person, whoever it is, Netflix, Amazon, whatever the fuck it is. I gotta be attached to this in order to be seen as somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For you to have the respect for your fan base that you got, to know that your fan base shows up for you, and you say, no, I'm gonna give this to my fans the way I wanted to give it to my fans. And the thing that also makes it not egoless is because you're not doing it for money. Of course, like it's a purpose behind it. You're like, I want to give y'all
make back some money.
You want to make back your money, but that's not your purpose. Your purpose is, I want y'all to get this shit raw and uncut.
We worked our asses on it. You know what I mean? Like Alex directed it. Like we, Mark produced it as well, and the Shifty was editing it. And Mark was editing as well, and Dove is producing. Like, this is the whole team, and we worked for months on this to make this the project that we want it to be. And then I don't want to do that. I didn't want to edit the fucking jokes. I'm sick of the fucking censorship. Like, some dude in an office doesn't know what people want and what people appreciate and what people laugh at more than me, right? Because
you're out there every night.
And like, they make the edits on the jokes. The people make the edits on the jokes. No comic wants a bomb.
Yeah.
If I'm out there and a joke is bombing over and over again, I'm going to tweak the joke. Oh, my point isn't coming across. Oh, this punchline isn't funny enough. But if we get it and it's funny, and if you come to one of my shows, you see my shows.
Absolutely.
You see every different group of people in there.
That's right.
And I'm not talking like political party, race, gender, all that shit. So it's like, if all these people are coming together and laughing at the same thing, that is my litmus test.
Yeah.
That's my research.
I think these people in these offices that are trying to make offense-free everything. Like
Yeah.
everything got to be free of offense.
Yeah.
That's like trying to make a fucking vegan red velvet cheese.
yeah. It's
Like
like,
it's, you can't do
red
it,
velvet
bro.
works, baby.
Red velvet is red velvet. You either gonna eat this shit with all the calories, with all the sugar,
nothing at all.
or nothing at all.
Yeah.
Like, cut it the fuck out. So I saw that shit this week, and I was like, yo, this is like dropping your nuts.
Yeah.
In a real way.
Yeah.
Like, fuck y'all. I'm putting this shit out. Something like that you gotta support. Like that's the kind of thing that if you're an Andrew Schultz fan, you gotta support. And even if you're not an Andrew Schultz fan, that abortion joke alone.
Thank you, man.
I gotta see what else this crazy motherfucker is talking about.
Yeah.
And the abortion shit is not really a joke.
Nah,
There's actually a lot of truth to it.
I just want to let y'all know right now, ladies, I am with you. I think it's your body, your choice. I agree with you on that 100%. I agree with you when you say that men should have no say in the decisions you make with your bodies. Those are your decisions to make and yours alone. And I feel that way because at the end of the day, when we all go up to heaven and God's like, why were y'all killing babies? We're going to be like, y'all. I think they were very clear whose decision this was, God. Looks like you need to pay for your sins, babe. Even though I paid for your sins. Come on, y'all. Chivalry ain't dead till that baby is. You know the rules.
That's a religious joke.
It's on YouTube. The whole piece is on YouTube.
That's
it's
right.
like a 7-minute piece, so go check it out. But yeah.
I wonder how that works for real, though. You get to heaven and you like, ain't no y'all, God.
Yeah.
Her body hurts.
You guys were adamant about this, right? Remember when y'all said don't make decisions? You told us not to make the decisions.
But nah, that shit is gangster. And where they go buy that?
And theandrewschultz.com. Just go get it through my website, and I partner up with this company called Moment House. So they're going to be handling all the live events and that's going on, and like it'll be really cool. And we got new fashion merch that's out as well. You can buy all that stuff through the website or just go to fashion.shop. And then we're going to do like a live hangout after we watch the thing together. All the Flagrant Boys are going to be in the studio. We're going to go live with everybody. You can get that on the website as well. And
dope.
Yeah, man, it's just fucking awesome, and the support and seeing people come out and do it and just support me is just great. So that would be awesome. If you guys want to support that would be fucking amazing. I would really appreciate that. And yeah, just I don't know. It felt like the right thing to do. Obviously, like financially, it was terrifying, but at the same time, it felt like the right thing to do. And I've always, I don't know. You said something interesting to me, like early on that's been very impactful. You were like, you could be a man of the people or a man of the industry. And I don't think that you were black and white about it because I don't have any animosity towards streamers, right? Mm-hmm. Like I have a fucking movie coming out on Netflix. I have another movie coming out on Hulu. I have another project with Amazon. Like I will work with you. That's fine.
Absolutely.
And I have empathy for the fucking executives. Like these people might not be passionate about stand-up like I am. They're passionate about like building a business and running a company.
They're trying to protect their jobs.
Exactly. They have kids in fucking school. They have a mortgage. Like I get it.
They don't want to take the heat for what you say.
Exactly. And it's like they don't want to do it because they're like, yo, that's not my passion necessarily. The executive board. And it's like, for me, that is my passion. So I'm going to fight for that. But I can understand where someone's coming from. You know, what I got to do is prove that there is a market for this and that people love this and it's okay. And then what happens in the future? It's like other comics see this as an opportunity if they don't want to censor their jokes. And once more comics realize they can make more money doing this than they can doing traditional specials, now the networks got to change their standards. Now the networks got to go, you know what? The people actually like this way more. Maybe we should loosen our restrictions a little bit.
Yeah, especially when you already saying Chappelle can do what he wants to do because Chappelle is Chappelle and Chappelle's doing numbers. Mm-hmm. So if you're going to let Chappelle, you know, do it and you're going to take the heat for Chappelle, just take the heat for everybody. Like, what's the difference at this point?
I mean, if it's working.
If it's working, it's working, man.
You know, so theandrewschultz.com. Check that out. It's Sunday. We're all watching that shit together. Order that up and just thank you guys, everybody who's already bought it and reached out and spread the word. It's like so many people just writing articles and people just like tweeting it and people post on Instagram and like.
Because it's ballsy. I saw a bunch of the articles. Nobody, first of all, to have the money to buy back your special.
Very lucky. Very fortunate.
Great, but clearly good money management. You know what I'm saying? like it's clearly good money management
Right.
for you to have the money tucked away to do it. But also, it's just like nobody would do that. People want to have their name attached to these streamers. They think it makes them bigger.
That's what I don't know. That's why I always go back to the thing you said. It's like, to me, I'm validated by the people. Like, to me, like, the live show means so much to me, and I want it to be the best show that you've seen because you guys made my career. Whereas I think there are a lot of people like, as long as I'm in this movie with this company, or as long as I'm doing this, like, that stuff's cool and it's fun, but it doesn't validate me like the people validate me. Right. I don't need to be an industry darling. I don't care about it. I don't need to go to the fucking parties. That doesn't validate me as much as just walking down the street. The dude is fucking throwing out the trash. It's like, Schultzy.
That's right.
What up?
That's right.
Is exactly like, am I with the people?
Because it's impact. It's impact. It's impact over reach. Because you might be on one of these streamers and you might reach more people. So you might, let's just say eyeball wise, 1 million people see it. All right, cool. But man, when you impact 100,000, when you impact 200,000, 300,000, when you impact, you know how much 300,000 people is?
Yo, who are like
real impact, like that fuck with you, not, oh, I know him.
Yeah.
I saw him. No, they fuck with you. Like
that's the scary thing about this to a lot of people. A lot of people don't want to know what they're worth. I'm gonna find out.
Yeah.
That's scary to people.
Man, you know, it's something from that Barack Obama special. I heard it twice on the special. David Axelrod said it to Barack, and Barack said it to somebody else too. He was like, "I'm not afraid you're gonna lose. I'm afraid you're gonna win." You know what I'm saying? He was like, "I'm not afraid you're gonna lose."
Yeah. What happens afterwards?
Win.
Yeah.
Like that's when it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
But you're gonna win. You probably already won. You probably already made your money back.
We're doing good. But there's more work. Like Kobe said, job's not done. We got to, in order to change the game, it's got to be different levels to this, you know? And I want to reach those different levels. And to what you were saying about like people seeing it, like what I already experienced and what is, I think, transformed comedy a lot is the effect of like YouTube and Instagram. It's like YouTube and Instagram is where people watch comedy. It ain't Netflix. Like it ain't Amazon. It ain't any of these streamers.
Mm-mm.
Like if you look at the numbers, I bet you all those streamers get more views on their YouTube and Instagram clips than they do in their own content on their platforms.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just because the algorithm's pushing it to everybody. So it's like the eyeballs ain't with the streamers. And if you can't say what you want, so you can't say what you want and you're not getting the eyeballs, the only thing they got is money.
Yeah.
And if the money ain't there, it's like, yo, you might as well bet on your fucking self and see what happens.
Streamers are probably only good for like, I don't even want to say up and coming people, but like people who don't have like a super established fan base yet.
I think the opposite. I think you build a fan base by putting it in a place where the algorithm can push it into other people who like it. I think that the streamers are great when you're in a Dave Chappelle type situation where it's like you're ubiquitous, everybody knows who you are, and you're so popular, they're not going to tell you really that much what to say. So it's like
he's winning so much, so it's like they'll take the heat. Like,
exactly. So you know what I mean?
I watched two comedy specials this week. I watched the old Bill Burr. I watched Bill Burr.
Bill got a special coming out, man. Y'all should check it out. It's on the 12th.
That WNBA joke. Really?
Yeah.
I watched the old one. What's the name? Tiger Paws? No, what was that shit called? What's the Bill Burr special?
Paper Tiger.
Paper Tiger.
Yeah.
I watched that. You know, my wife loves Bill Burr. Bill Burr is fucking hilarious. I watched her and
great.
I watched the.
He's fucking great.
I wouldn't call it a Chappelle thing a special. That was
the talk at his school.
Yeah. What's in the name? I watched that this weekend.
Yeah.
Speaking of live events, Black Effect Podcast Festival. The first ever Black Effect Podcast Festival will be Sunday, August 28th at the Mirage in Brooklyn.
Oh, shit.
Yes, tickets are on sale now at blackeffect.com/podcast festival. You can see 85 South Show, All the Smoke, Horrible Decisions, Reasonably Shady, Big Facts Podcast. Will Lucas will be there with Black Tech Green Money. Michelle Williams will be there checking in. The Trap Nerds will be there doing the Trap Nerds podcast. And Tan Bam and AJ will be there doing We Talk Back. It's hosted by Little Duval and DJ Nyla Simone. We're going to have food. We're going to have drinks. It's going to be all types of vendors. It's a festival. It's just a festival with podcasts. So Sunday, August 28th at the Mirage in Brooklyn. Tickets on sale now at blackeffect.com/podcast festival. Oh, Mouse Jones will be there. Mouse will be there doing trap karaoke.
Oh,
they'll be doing trap karaoke. So Yeah, it's a nice all-day event. It's, it's like summer's over, like the wind down of summer.
Yeah.
So it's going to be like one of the last big, summer events. So make sure you go get your tickets at blackeffect.com/podcast festival. Now let's get back to the show.
I have one more thing that I want to say. And this is the cool thing. You always heard like the expression, like, if you build it, they will come. Like,
yes.
And like Chris Rock had that fucking great joke about like people always help the person who's moving the car.
That's right.
And like, it is crazy to see that happen like in real life. Not only like the support, but Jamil, who does our partnerships and stuff like that. He was talking to some companies. There was a company, Bet Online, right? One of the biggest gambling websites. They heard about it, and I'm sure they saw the synergy of betting on yourself or whatever. But like, they basically they were basically talking, and basically Bet Online, they're flying 10 people out to New York City to watch the special. But this is the crazy. I was like, yo, that's crazy. This is the craziest thing. Okay, so the special is $15, right? Bet Online, what Bet Online is doing is giving everybody who buys the special a $15 bet on Bet Online.
Really?
So you could make money on the special.
Based off what? Like how many people watch it? Or?
No, just if you got an email, you're buying the special, you put your email in. That email, you sign up on Bet Online, or you have an existing account.
Wow.
You don't even have to deposit nothing. They're just like, we will match that, you buying the special for $15 and give you a bet on Bet Online. So I'm just like, hold on. So you're basically giving people the special for essentially free, and they could potentially win money on it.
Wow.
Anyway, so I thought that was fire. I got to shout out Bet Online on that. So go get that right now. Anybody pre-orders that right now, you will get that.
It's crazy that companies like that don't just sponsor shit like that, though.
But that's awesome.
That is it's a sponsorship because yes, you're talking about them a lot. Like, yeah, absolutely.
But I don't know. For me, like, that's all the value. I'm just like, that I thought that was the perfect thing. Like,
I love it. I had this conversation when I was in Cannes Lions about advertisers, and I was talking about how like they were asking like, what's the benefit of advertising on like podcasts, things like that. And this applies to more than just podcasts, but I was just like, yo, if there's millions of people tuned into something, right? And I always use Horrible Decisions as an example, right? Because people love Horrible Decisions, but advertisers are scared of Horrible Decisions. The reason is because I just think it's two black women talking about sex, because every other
explicit content.
Yeah, every other
very profitable
podcast,
when you see the white girl.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like it's just strange when that happens. But it's like if there's millions of people watching something, millions of people into something, why does it fucking matter what your brand thinks of it or people in your office think of it? You just want to be where the people are. You know what I'm saying? So if there's millions of people tuned into something, clearly these millions of people cannot be wrong.
Bro, I would even go so far to say is that like a podcast are the most devout supporters.
Yes.
Right? Because like if you're on a show that just happens to be on TV, somebody might be scrolling, they're going to bump into it. You're not scrolling and bumping into a 2-hour podcast.
At all.
Like,
at all.
These are people you actually fuck with. You know, intimate details of your life. So it's like, low-key, you should be paying a premium to access the most devout supporters.
That's right.
So like, hell yeah, any brand, they'd be stupid to not want to be part of this.
And when they say stuff like, well, it's too edgy. For who?
Yeah.
Millions of people are tuning into this every week. Bro. They're going to learn the hard way.
Charlamagne, you know how they learn? It's always the bottom dollar. It's their competitor takes that. Like if I'm Horrible Decisions, I'm going after the competitor of the big brands. I'm going after the number 2.
Word. No,
I'm going after the number 3 company, and then I'm blowing them up past the number 1. And now the number 1 is like, fuck, we messed up. We were playing prevent defense. We were pussy. And then we lost out on all that money.
That's right.
100%. And that's all it is.
I mean, that's the moral of the story. Stop being afraid. Stop having these focus blogs to see if your brand fits with this and that. Nobody gives a shit, bro. You either gonna be where the people are or not.
This is the same shit with the execs.
That's right.
It's like they're trying to make the best decision, but they're not with the people. It's very easy. You can see.
That's why I don't know when that phrase, I don't know how that phrase holds up in 2022. If you build it, they will come. Like, no, you got to build it and you better meet people where the fuck they are. That's what you doing.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm
I see what you're saying. It's like you got to build it, but you also got to put it in a place they can access it.
You better meet them where
Yes.
they are.
Yes,
And you
yes,
better
yes,
go
yes.
to them if you have to.
And if they're on social media, you got to put it in front
That's
of them on
right.
social media.
That's right.
That's what I realize about people is like, if you give them the opportunity to enjoy the content and it like impacts them, you know, they have a fucking tough day and then you just make them laugh.
That's
They
right.
appreciate that shit and they'll come back for more.
That's right.
But you got to at least put it in front of them. It's
That's
like
right.
if you open up a restaurant on an island, deserted island, middle of nowhere, you can't be mad if motherfuckers don't come.
Who know the food fire?
That's it.
Who know?
Yeah.
If you got them fire glizzies, you got to let motherfuckers know you got the fire glizzies. Sometimes you might have to give some glizzies away.
And people will gobble them, bro.
And people will gobble them.
Now, what did Macy Gray say?
Oh, Big Macy Gray. Macy Gray.
Oh,
Big
yeah.
Macy.
Yeah.
Macy was on, I don't mean, you know what I mean by say big, like big. Like,
It's like size.
no, man, like big dog status. Macy
Oh,
Gray.
okay.
And I will say this, and everybody's going to hate me, but as a woman, just because you go change your parts doesn't make you a woman.
Right.
Sorry.
You feel that?
I know that for a fact.
What do you think of Macy Gray's statement?
Yo, we had a trans woman on the show. Her name is Daisy Taylor, trans porn star, and she just really convinced me, man. Like, I think that I understand where she's coming from, and she's defined herself with body parts and with that biology, and I think that makes sense. But there's 7 billion people on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
All sorts of weird shit happens, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Like, obviously, the design for most people is for
The design.
no,
It is a make and model, isn't
no,
it?
there is a make and model. It's like dude, chick, they fuck, they make more dudes and chicks who
Yeah.
also fuck. We continue the population.
Mhm.
That was the idea, right? Sometimes a person's born missing something. Sometimes a person's born with a little bit more.
Mhm.
There's 7 billion versions of it. There's going to be some things that are twisting and turning. And I think that there are people who have some things that are twists and turns and they were born in the wrong body.
Ooh, so that's a good discussion. So is it mental or physical?
Well, I
Or
think obviously
emotional.
the body's physical. Now, what I also, and then obviously I think that the feeling is mental, but what I also think happens is we are human beings that are drawn to trends. And I think that things become trendy and then we often do them.
Mhm.
We've seen it happen with face tattoos and then people regret it. I think we've seen it happen with clothing. And I think we're seeing it happen with maybe a gender identity
Mhm.
where people are maybe
It's more on the
overcorrecting.
menu.
Exactly. But maybe there's an overcorrection because we were so rigid before,
Yeah.
right? So now there's this, there's a 100 different genders because before it was like there was only 2. And I think that there are people that are trans and they are born in the wrong body. And that is something that they struggle with. And the best way that they know how to handle it is by getting a reassignment surgery. That's the best option they have so far.
Mhm.
And even then, it's probably still very difficult. And then I think there are also like young kids who think that it's cool or there's like social points if they identify as that. And then in school and they're kind of going through that process. That's
I just think it feels wild to tell somebody, and I listen, I'm sure it's more than this, but to tell somebody I am you because I feel like you.
Well, they're not saying I am you. They're saying I'm me. And I think that's the distinction a lot of people don't get.
But they're saying they're women.
Yeah, but like, yeah, I'm me, which is a woman, not I'm you.
Why can't they just say they're trans women? Like, why can't trans women just be its own category? That makes more sense to me. When I see trans women are trans women, and then there's women that were born women. You know what I mean? Like, to me, that's got to be 2 totally different things. I could never know what a woman's experience is on this planet, bro.
Yo, and a trans woman's experience is going to be totally
And I
different
could never
from
know
a
what a
woman's
trans woman.
experience.
That's right.
And a black woman's experience is going to be totally different
That's
from
right.
a white woman's
That's
experience, and so on and so forth. What I'm saying is, with 7 billion people, we're talking about billions, bro. We're not talking about millions, billions. I think it's possible that there are some wires that get switched up and people are born with certain things that weren't part of the original model or design.
Well, how did those billions and billions of people find a way to all go to McDonald's? McDonald's has served every single one of them. How has McDonald's found a way to serve every single one of those people? What does McDonald's have
it's the greatest
that
restaurant in history. It's the greatest restaurant in
everybody
history.
can agree on?
It's the greatest restaurant in history, bro. It's just what it is. It's like every culture, like every single group of people on the planet fucks with McDonald's, bro.
Regardless of what you identify as. You identify as a quarter pounder lover.
You love that quarter pounder,
Them
bro.
fries, bro.
That's
They hot.
facts. It's crazy, but it's true, bro. It's crazy, but it's true.
I'm listening. I listen to women, and if a woman tells me that, you know, that's to me, this shouldn't have been backlash. It should have been a discussion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like have the conversation instead of being so quick to stick a glizzy in somebody's mouth and choke them out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like actually have the conversation. But
yeah,
I'm not about to argue with no
I think
woman
Macy,
on what makes a woman.
I think Macy should just talk to more trans people. Like just to have a conversation. Like for me, that's what was transformative. Yeah. I transitioned.
More than meets the eye.
Yeah. No, but for me, it just was like, I don't know. I mean, Al, you were there too. Like, did you have that same feeling?
Yeah. Like, I didn't get it before having that discussion with him.
I believe in trans women. I believe that they believe exactly what it is they say.
Yeah,
I believe they feel the way they feel. I'm just simply saying that I think that there's a trans woman experience and then there's a biologically born woman experience.
And I don't think they would disagree with that at all.
Yeah, I don't think those experiences are the same at all.
And I think that's why, like,
it can't be the same.
Well, I think that's why the conversation... All right, here's the tricky thing about this. There's so few people who are out as trans that the average straight person, male or female, hasn't even had a conversation with one. Okay?
That's true.
And it's very similar. So we don't even know what they're saying and what they feel. And a lot of times, the only people that we hear from are like the most extreme versions of the group because those are the people that get the media attention.
Yeah.
Like if the average trans person, I've spoken to a few trans people, like when they talk about like the sports thing, like the women in sports, they literally are like, you know how bad this is for trans rights? Because now everybody hates us because this one girl wants to swim. Right. It's like,
that's right.
Girl, there's a bigger issue here.
That's
like,
right.
Like the trans community, from what I hear from them, they're worried about getting like beaten up or they're worried about getting killed. They're not worried about swimming.
Yeah, actual civil rights issues.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they're like, you're putting negative attention on us and like giving people a way of like shutting us up or silencing us when you're doing this. So and then you hear one of them say that and then you're like, oh, okay, so we kind of agree on all the same things. And they're like, yeah, this is just how I feel.
That's why one time D-Wade was talking about his daughter.
Yeah.
And D-Wade was talking about how, he was talking about how transgender rights are being stripped away, but he was using the women. I think somebody banned women. Trans people from playing women's sports. I forgot what state it was.
Yep.
And I was like, yo, you're conflating.
Ohio, maybe? Or something like that.
Ohio, but I'm like, you're conflating two issues. Like, yes, we want all people to have rights. You know what I mean? Like, we don't want to see people being hurt for who they are, discriminated against for who they are. We don't want that. But the women's, the trans women playing women's sports is a total different issue.
And then when you muddy them, it just makes everything more difficult.
Because it's like, is that what you call trans rights? And people who don't know, like, is that what they call it, trans rights?
And it's so much harder for the average person to believe and support that. The average person is going to see the competitive advantage that a dude that transitioned into a woman has over women. And they're going to be like, yo, I got daughters. Like, you got daughters. You want your daughters to be able to compete on a level playing field, not against someone who has genetic advantages.
Absolutely.
So if that's the discussion, then the trans community doesn't get heard really because they're going to have to fight for that girl. And then the community is so tight. They're like, well, I can't speak out against this girl because they're fighting for, I guess, our rights. But at the same time, you fucking everything up. And again, I'm paraphrasing what these women I've spoken to said, so my bad. I don't know exactly what you're saying, but I'm doing my best. My point is, like, there's so few trans people and so few straight people have trans friends that they don't even know exactly how they feel, and they're getting the most exaggerated version of how they feel and then arguing with that. It's very similar to, like, back in the day when white people and black people were not friends, right? or the friend groups weren't as mixed. And you even see it now. Like they're just kids who don't have white friends and don't have black friends. And the things they say about one another can be like borderline racist, even if they're not intending to be, because they don't know what's considered offensive or not. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like a white lady that doesn't even realize it's wrong to like ask if she can touch your hair, right? Like it's not like she has malice and hate in her heart. She's just walking up and going, oh, that looks really beautiful. Let me do it. She doesn't understand the sensitivity, right? So, but a white girl that grew up with you and went to school with you is like never going to do that because she's probably seen it happen to you and then saw you get offended or something like that. And then she's like, oh, that's a line that you don't cross and you have to learn that. So I think what will probably happen in the future is there'll be more straight people that have friends that are trans, and then they'll know, one, how most trans people feel about things, and then two, what line is crossed or not.
Absolutely.
That's what I think. But look, Macy's right in terms of the experience is not the same.
It's not the same, and I think that's all Macy is saying.
But no trans person would disagree with that. Like, why? It's like an honest statement. Like, but it's an obvious
people
statement.
got mad. I don't know. I don't pay attention to the backlash. I just heard people got upset, and then I know they got mad at our homie Flame because Flame spoke out in support of Macy Gray, but Flame has always said, "I'm not a woman." He's like, I emulate a woman.
Yeah.
He's like, I went and got breasts and everything else. I wear dresses sometimes, but he was like, I would never disrespect my mother or my aunt by saying, I am a woman. Like, just let Flame comments himself.
Good evening, everyone. My name is comedian Flame Monroe. I am a transgender woman or person, however you describe it. And this message is directly for Macy Gray. Macy Gray, I want to tell you, out the words of my mouth from my portion of the LGBTQIA plus community, that I wholeheartedly support you and thank you for seeing the real world for what it is. I do not believe that you are transphobic or homophobic or any other kind of phobic. I believe that you know science and biology, because here are the three things. Gender is a fact, identity is how you feel, and sexuality is your desire. And you are absolutely right, because until you have the heart and mind of a woman,
that was so
I don't believe that you could ever possibly be a biological woman. Trans women are trans women. Trans men are trans men. Women are women, and men are men. It is as simple as that. There shouldn't be any argument about this.
I'm going to tell you something, man. Flame breaks it down so clear and so concise for everybody to understand, because that's all it really boils down to. And I think that's where people push back, because it feels like in a lot of ways they're trying to play with people's reality, or they're, just trying to make people believe things that we know not to be true. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think trans people are ever saying, I am a biological woman.
Yeah.
And if they are, then they're inaccurate.
Yeah.
I think what they're saying is that they are a woman in terms of how they feel.
I don't like what you were saying, how trans women, they have the nerve to get upset when we're saying they're not really women. Like, you don't know how I feel. You don't know my body parts or anything else like that.
Yeah.
Getting stuff does not mean you're a woman. I really agree with Macy Gray, and I don't know why people had an attitude with it.
Got you.
How do you know that they don't feel the same?
What does that even mean, though? Like, did anyone ever ask them, like, what does that mean to feel like a woman? Because to me, no offense.
Valid
I
question.
had to cut it out. But I feel like it's this dress up. You do not know how I feel as a woman.
Women like to dress up.
But you're saying it's more than that.
Yes, it's only one part.
That's a valid question. That's not a question I'm here to defend. I'm not a woman.
Frankly,
I don't know.
Y'all can figure that shit out yourselves.
That's how I feel. I'm like, listen, I agree with what Flame said. Flame, what did she say? Flame said gender is a fact. Identity is what you feel, and sexuality is your desire. I think that is so
I think that's beautiful.
Profound. Let's pay some bills and come back and do some Asking Idiots, man.
Let's do it. All right, guys, this episode today is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is the all-in-one platform for building your brand and growing your business online. Stand out with a beautiful website, engage with your audience, and sell anything, your products, content you create, even, your time. I'm telling you, do not have a business unless you have a place online. Websites are fucking hugely important. Look how important it was for me, able to sell the special through my website. So I suggest that if you have a business, you have a site for it. Okay. Squarespace makes it easy for creators to monetize their content and expertise in a way that fits their brand. With member areas, you can unlock new revenue streams for your business and free up time in your schedule by selling access to gated content like videos, online courses, or newsletters. Create pro-level videos effortlessly. The Squarespace Video Studio app helps you make and share engaging videos to tell your story, grow your audience, and drive sales. Stand out in any inbox with Squarespace email campaigns. Collect and email subscribers and convert them into loyal customers. Start with an email template and customize it by applying your brand ingredients like site colors and logo. They got the built-in analytics that help you with absolutely everything. Squarespace is your one-stop shop for all of your website needs. And if you head to squarespace.com/idiot, you get a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use the offer code IDIOT. You can save 10% on your first purchase of a website or domain. Remember, that's squarespace.com/idiot with the offer code IDIOT for 10% off your first purchase.
Hey, before we continue on, I forgot to say this during church announcement. Salute to everybody in Charleston, South Carolina, man. You know, my birthplace. My hometown is Moncks Corner. I will be down there this Thursday. You know, this weekend they're having the Denmark BC Bicentenary, and it is celebrating the 200-year anniversary of Denmark BC's planned slave revolt. He didn't actually get a chance to revolt because he got ratted out by one of the other slaves. But it's going to be July 14th through the 16th at the Gilliard Center. And I'll be there Thursday doing a panel discussion at 7:30 p.m. called Truth Be Told. Okay, with Kamal Bell and Dr. Tanya Matthews and then some other great historians on the legacy of Denmark BC. If you've ever read my first book, Black Privilege, and you know how much the story of Denmark BC influenced me coming from Charleston, South Carolina, Moncks Corner, South Carolina. So join us this weekend. Little Duval.
The GOAT.
Duval keeps posting this video. He's been posting it for years. I don't know why all of a sudden this morning it became a thing. But he's been posting this video of him twerking that ass at a high school talent show in 1994. This is Duval. You've seen this video, right?
Nope.
You've never seen this video?
Nope.
This is little Duval at a high school talent show in 1994. And what Duval was trying to say is every Florida boy danced like this in high school. That is a fact. Go watch old 69 Boys videos. Go watch old Uncle Luke. Men used to wear biker shorts. Fuck a hoochie daddy short. Niggas was out here in bikers, B. Okay?
That's...
Wait. You were doing
No, I never did that.
Where's Duval?
I would. That's Duval right there.
In the middle?
Yeah, in the middle. He gonna look back. I'm gonna tell you when you gonna know it's Duval. Just keep watching. That's Du. Pop, pop, pop. Hey, now watch Du. This is how you gonna know it's Duval. Forever the showman. Just watch at the end of the video. Watch him. Oh yeah, he popping it. Let's get a point. Ooh, watch this point. Ooh. That's how you know it's Doobie. The Duval, that point at the end. You see that point at the end. By the way,
he's not twerking though. He's more fucking. Like that's stroke.
Y'all didn't grow up in the 1900s.
You think he was throwing it back? Not me.
That was the night we do be twerking when we fucking. Bro.
I'm on my back, bro.
Nah, you twerking when you.
I'm
fucking.
on my back.
You ain't sliding, bro. You up and thrusting.
Nah, bro. I'm on my back and I hit him with the popcorn.
Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way.
Nope.
On your back is even crazier.
On the back and then just popcorn. Pop, 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 pop.
Nah, bro.
You gonna hit him with a popcorn a little bit on the back,
bro.
Pop, 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 pop,
on your black is real.
On my black. I'm on my black, bro. I get on my black and I hit him with a little popcorn.
On your back because you got your ass to the sheet, so that means that you like your ass is rubbing the sheets at the same time.
Yeah.
Talk about you don't like the glory hole.
I don't like the glory hole. I do like my glory hole a little bit.
But this is regular. Yo, in the 1900s, this is how so many of us used to dance, bro. When Uncle Luke said, put your hands up high.
That's wild, babe. To say that in the 1900s?
That is the 1900s.
God
you know how long ago 1994 was?
1994?
Yo, you know how long ago that was? Bruh. When Uncle Luke said, put your hands up high, your back down low, now hydraulic to the floor. Boom, boom, boom. No, hydraulic. No, Taylor.
That's
Hydraulic.
Megan.
Hydraulic mean up and down. You gotta have them knees. First of all, don't tell me about twerking, bro.
I honestly think you might
ain't
hurt
even got the
yourself
ass.
if you try to do that.
Exactly.
I honestly think you might hurt yourself.
She be mad jealous of me because I got ass. More
I know,
ass than
that's
her,
the
yo.
thing. Yeah.
I got more ass than you and my knees sturdier. Relax.
Yeah, that's facts.
Relax.
Nah, that is facts. That is
Relax,
facts. That
Taylor
is facts.
gang.
Taylor, you gotta chill out.
Okay, you think just because you was born as a woman, you the only person out here that got ass and can twerk and got strong knees? Okay?
I'm about to show a picture of video with Megan. The one you were.
I just like this point. That point at the end
point
is
is super
wild.
Duval, bro.
Charlamagne, the one where you were so much with, like when Megan was twerking. Remember that video?
Yeah.
That's exactly what he's doing.
I know. You ain't got to tell me.
He's not
The only thing that makes this glizzy is the choreography. The fact that they playing this.
All three of them are doing the same dance
Yeah, they
together.
got the same outfits on. Watch this. Glizzy gob. You see, you did glizzy gob. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Duval though, man.
Duval.
Showing the kids how we did it in the 1900s. Ain't nothing y'all got new, bro.
Yeah, that's facts, bro.
Nothing y'all do is new.
Nothing changes, dude.
Everything is the fucking same, man. Y'all just remixing shit. Did we talk about Kevin Durant?
What'd he do?
Ray J just playing. He's saying he's changing his name to Tron. I mean, no, Kevin Durant just wanting to trade.
Oh, he's officially said it?
Oh, yeah. You didn't know that? He said that like 2 weeks ago.
Nah, man.
Yeah, he said he officially wants to trade. If I'm Brooklyn, I'm not trading.
Yeah.
If I'm Brooklyn, I'm not trading him or Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, play it out.
Y'all gonna play it out. We have done nothing wrong to y'all.
Yeah.
This is where y'all said y'all wanted to be. Y'all picked the coach and everything else.
Yeah.
Kyrie, you could have got vaccinated last year. You chose not to, and I respect Kyrie Irving's
It didn't
choice.
help at all.
He
was playing in the playoffs.
He made
and
a
they still
choice.
bummed it up.
He made a choice. And then when he played in the playoffs, they got swept by the Celtics.
Yeah.
Listen, he made a choice. People make choices every day. You got to live with the consequences of your choices. I'm the Brooklyn Nets. First of all, you're not going to get nothing for Kevin Durant.
Why not?
Because he demands too much. Whatever you give up for Kevin Durant, you're fucking gutting your team. You know what I mean? You're going to give up all of these first-round draft picks. You're going to give up they say they want 2 All-Stars and a bunch of first-round draft picks. Who KD going to play with if he goes? I saw the Suns. The Suns had a good package. But at one point, they said they wanted to give up, they wanted Devin Booker. You're not giving up Devin Booker.
Also, Kevin Durant don't want to play with Chris Paul.
You don't think so?
Nobody want to play with Chris Paul.
Really? I think Chris Paul's the perfect thing for somebody like Kevin Durant. No. He's a leader.
Nah, but Chris Paul gonna yell at you.
That's the leader.
Yeah, but Kevin Durant's at a point in his career like he don't need all that. What he want,
Kyrie needs to get yelled at.
Kyrie need to get yelled at, but he won't be yelled at. So then he's gonna have a problem. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. It's like he's at a point where he's not gonna be yelled at. I mean, it was too much even just playing with LeBron. So it's like I think Kevin Durant wants to be back in Golden State, where it's like, yo, we're gonna run the offense through you, have fun, be dominant. We don't have any over-the-top coaches. We don't have any over-the-top personalities on the team outside of Draymond. But Draymond's not even the best player on the team, so he can't really tell you what to do. And Steph,
he's a leader, though.
Say what?
He's a leader.
Who?
Draymond Green. And I
think he'd rather deal with Draymond than Chris Paul. Chris Paul, people hate playing with him, bro.
Draymond's a beast, though. You'll listen to Draymond more.
Draymond got the rings. He got the ring. You got to pay attention.
He got 4 rings.
God knows what he's doing.
But Golden State has so many great leaders. Steph Curry is a great leader. Draymond Green is a great leader.
Steve Kerr.
You know, Andre Iguodala is a great leader. Steve Kerr is a great leader. You know what I'm saying? Klay Thompson is a great leader. Like, they have so many great leaders. That's why Jordan Poole can come there and have success. Andrew Wiggins can come there and have success. James Wiseman is going to have mass success next year. They can take that young core and grow them up the right way because of the people that they have in position. That shit ain't for everybody, man. And it's a very egoless team they have.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it. And that's trickled down. It's like, if Steph's going to have no ego, you can't have an ego because you're not better than Steph.
I know y'all keep hearing me say the word ego. Shameless plug.
Let's go, Ryan.
This is my favorite book, I think. I've read this book so much, that's why it looks like this. Like, I even had it on vacation with me because I constantly read it so much. And what I read the most is the success chapter. Because I want to read y'all one thing from this success chapter because it just it's so real, man. Success. This is just how it starts off. Here we are at the top of a mountain we worked hard to climb, or at least the summit is in sight. Now we face new temptations and problems. We breathe thinner air in an unforgiving environment. Why is success so ephemeral? Ego shortens it. Did I hit that word right?
Nope.
What is it?
Ephemeral.
Ephemeral.
And you
Really?
read this book
How many times do you read this?
I be fucking that word up every single time, bro. Ephemeral. Ephemeral sounds
Ephemeral.
wow. That sounds like an identity. It sounds like it doesn't sound like an identity. What are you? Ephemeral. Ego shortens it. Whether a collapse is dramatic or a slow erosion is always possible and often unnecessary. We stop learning, we stop listening, and we lose our grasp on what matters. We become victims of ourselves in the competition. Sobriety, open-mindedness, organization, and purpose. These are the great stabilizers. They balance out the ego and pride that comes with achievement and recognition. I read this book so much because you have to constantly keep reminding yourself. And when I read it this week, there was a part in the success chapter that talks about the more you accomplish, the less you should know. Think about that. The more you accomplish, the more success you get, the more money you get, the more you accomplish, the less you should know. Because it's always new territory. You're always, for example, you're putting out this special.
I see what you
don't know what could happen with this special.
Yep.
You just know that you're at a point where you're successful enough to turn down putting your special out on this streamer, buy it back, and sell it yourself. You don't know what the outcome of that is going to be.
That's true.
You have no idea what the outcome of that is going to be. So you're in uncharted territories right now. You are completely clueless. You just simply don't know.
Yep.
And that's how we always have to be, because that's how we remain students. Right now, you're a student.
Yeah, and also like once you make an accomplishment, you probably are going to try to set a new goal. Now you're in completely uncharted territory, right?
That's right.
So now you know nothing about that new thing that you want to accomplish. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
We always got to stay students, man. Always.
Bro, you said something earlier in the podcast that kind of like, I don't know, got me thinking a little bit. You were like, I feel closer to God when I'm in Anguilla.
Yes, in Anguilla, yep.
And yeah, I think there's something about like natural beauty. Like I felt this when I was in Italy too, where it was like, I would see things and I would go, I completely understand why people believe in God.
Because there's no way man could have made something like this.
I mean, you just watch a sunset on a fucking cliff and you're just like, this is God. I'm looking at God.
Bro, I told my wife put the time lapse on.
Let me see.
I told her put the time lapse on just to watch that beautiful sunset, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, literally, me and my wife sat outside, and we do this all the time, but we sat outside and like, we just watched falling stars.
Yeah.
and I'm in the car with my 3-year-old yesterday, and she's like, I want to see a falling star just randomly. And I go, yo, we saw a bunch of them this week, you know? And so my 6-year-old goes, to see falling stars, you have to stay up real late, like past 9:30. But it's the truth. Like that, you see nature, it's like,
well, because it's humbling, right? Like,
yeah,
I think it's very easy to get caught up in the city, like, especially, you know, with the algorithms on our phones and internet, like you get caught in your own bubble, in your own world, and you can be the champion or the victor in your own world, right? But
you tell yourself a story.
You can tell yourself a story and you can believe a story. And that's really valuable. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, it's important to create those stories for yourself to motivate yourself. Whether you're losing 150 pounds, like, that's the story. Like, go fucking get it every single day. But there's something about being around nature. And I think this is why, like, wealthy people who value life tend to put themselves in these environments. It's not just the natural beauty. Like, yeah, of course, you want to see beautiful things. But, like, the wealthy people that are, like, trying to get the most out of life. Not the ones who are like, I need to buy this really fancy thing. Because then other people will go, look how fancy that guy is. I'm talking about the people who are like getting an estate in Montana. It's expensive, but there's something else happening in Montana.
They're doing that to get closer to nature.
Yes, and why? Because
Jackson Hole, Wyoming.
Jackson Hole, Anguilla, fucking Italy. There's places all around the world. And I really think
the Hamptons.
The Hamptons.
The Hamptons is very beachy.
Yeah, it's beachy, but it's a little scenic. But I hear what you're saying.
I've never
it's
been
like,
to the Hamptons. I don't even know why I said that.
You're not missing much. But there's something about the humility that nature provides. You might think you're this big fucking shot, and then you go in front of this amazing ranch in Montana. You go to Anguilla and you watch the fucking sunset. You go on the coast of Amalfi and you're watching the sunrise. It's like, you see these things, you're like, this shit is so much bigger than me. And this is a refreshing feeling that there's something else out there. And I think that as people get more and more successful, I imagine even these billionaire motherfuckers, they need that reset. They need to know.
Yeah. I mean, listen, go to Cabo and just watch the whales jump out the water. I bet you'll sit your stupid ass down somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
And just watch,
and when you see boats in the water and the whales jump by the boats but don't knock the boats over or nothing, you like, the only reason things are going well for us in this water because that whale is allowing us to.
Bro, you know what?
Like, literally.
No, it's facts, bro. You're little.
You're little. Well, you know what? I agree with you wholeheartedly. But it also can make you feel big. And I'll tell you why. You're like, damn, God created all of this and he created me.
Well.
And you know when you really feel that? Go in the ocean and pee, bro. I'm dead serious. Like peeing in the ocean is one of the most natural things. It's just like when you pee in the toilet, you can feel it kind of. When you pee in the ocean, it's just like a release of water. And it's like I'm sharing with the water. Like here, it's not like you need more.
Yeah.
But here.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm with you, bro.
I'm dead serious. Just try it.
Yo, this is one thing I think New York is missing, and it's not peeing in the water, but like the buildings and the way that it's made is a miracle. But at the same time, like unless you live on the water, you don't get that sunrise sunset, man. Like that's like a real luxury in New York, and that was your biological clock.
Yeah. Man.
Like for millions of years as we live as human beings, bro. It's like, the sun is coming up. Oh, it's time to get up. Time to do my shit. Oh, the sun's going down. It's time to go down. Do it. And like, I do think that is a very unnatural thing. And I think it's a really nice thing for us when we get out of the city. I know there's people listening to this that just watch it every single day on their fucking porch or whatever. And they're like, these guys are ridiculous. But that is not something that we get to see. And seeing it is just...
Listen, I grew up in the country, Moncks Corner, South Carolina, so all I knew was nature.
Yeah.
Like playing outside was a thing. That's why black people think outside is a smell, because it is. And you know what I'm saying? You only know that if you go outside a lot. You know what I mean? We used to run through cornfields, run through the woods, walk barefoot in the grass. We'd play with, insects, all types of shit. Like, I love nature. Nature is all I know. Nature is the most amazing thing for my mental health. I promise you, when I'm on these islands, just walking around the woods somewhere on a nature hike or something, it's like I don't have any anxiety. It's so wild. It's like, I can't even describe it. Like, and I'm always just trying to figure out ways to just be like psychologically, mentally sound, stable, healthy. Nothing does it for me like nature, bro.
Yeah, it's true.
Nothing.
Man. It's the ultimate, I'm not using the word right, like, because it's not humility.
Epidermal? What's the word?
Yeah, epidermis. It's the ultimate. Yeah. It's how do you say the ultimate humbler?
The ultimate humbler.
Is that it? I
think
know.
so.
Like it's hard to sit there and see this and be like, oh wow, those trees have been growing for hundreds of years. These rock formations have been here for millions of years. Like you're just seeing all this and you're going, wow, we're here for a very short amount of time. Yeah. And there's two ways to go with that. You can go dark with that, like we're insignificant. And then you can go the way you went with it. We're like, how fucking lucky am I that I get to be here now? And that I'm able to do these things now. And
90 to 100 is a long time. I mean, listen, we're not going to be here as long as trees. But I mean, if you live to be 80, 90, you lived a good life. You know what I mean? And I honestly, Ryan Holiday, salute to Ryan gave me a coin one time. And the coin literally was like, you're going to die one day. And I'm like, bro, why would you give me this? You know what I mean?
Motivation, bro.
But it makes
Don't waste it.
That's right. It makes you appreciate life. And I saw this thing with Neil deGrasse Tyson. He was talking to Larry King. And he asked Larry King, would he want to live forever? Would he want to live to I forgot it was a long time frame.
Yeah.
And Neil was like, if we had that much time, what would be the point? Like, what would be the point of getting out of bed every day knowing that we got tomorrow?
Death is the motivator.
Death is the motherfucking motivator, man. Let's do some Asking Idiots, Taylor. I mean, get up out of here. Taylor gang. This is a good one. LJ Havlicek says, what is the best movie from the 1990s? He said best 90s movie, but that's the 1900s. What's the best 90s movie?
I'm confused on timing of movies now. Like, is Ghostbusters the 90s or is that the 80s? Like,
that might have been 1980s.
1980s.
I'm sure there was some sequels in the 90s. There had to be because Bobby Brown was in one.
The Matrix.
Is that 90s, yo?
I think it was 99.
So I was talking to my girl about some shit last
Matrix
night.
ain't the 90s, is it?
I think it was 99.
Google it. What's the Matrix? When did the Matrix came out?
I mean, the Matrix was crazy. If that's 90s, forget it.
Was that the 90s? When did the first Matrix movie come out? First Matrix movie, 99?
99.
Wow. Yeah.
I don't count that.
Yeah, that's
2000s.
Nah, that's
What's the best 90s movie? I mean, it's a lot to me. I'll put Pulp Fiction up there.
I'm thinking like the epics, like when we were kids, like not Stand By Me or whatever that fucking movie was.
Stand By Me was fire.
Stand By Me, is that the...
Stand By Me is the White Boys in the Hood.
Yeah. White Boys in the Woods.
White Boys in the Woods. Word is born.
Yeah.
Because Boys in the Hood, it's kind of centered, not centered, but it starts off with them finding, you want to go see a dead body?
Yeah.
That was Stand By Me.
Yeah.
Weren't they going to see a dead body by the tracks, if I'm not mistaken?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
And then what was the Goonies? Like another one like that, remember?
That was the 80s.
I've never seen that.
That was 80s, but like I'm trying to think of those movies, like
90s.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
That's the 80s.
Like,
That's definitely the 80s. That's definitely the 80s.
you just put black movies in the 90s?
Fridays one.
Oh,
okay,
Friday's
no.
legendary,
Friday, by the
bro.
way, all of these is classic. Friday, Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society.
Yo, Bad Boys 1.
Bad Boys 1.
Crazy.
Love Jones, that's my wife's favorite movie. People sleep on Set It Off. Set It Off is so fucking good. Set It Off. White Men Can't Jump.
What
Juice.
happens when you Google white movies in the 90s?
Yeah, put white 90s.
Just kind of curious.
Taylor just put best black movies. You ain't even put
Best white movies.
Put
Just
best
put
white
that. That's
movies of
really
the 90s.
funny.
Matter of fact, time out. You don't even have to put white. Just put best movies of the 90s.
Yeah.
Just put best movies of the 90s. Best movies of the 90s.
Okay, let's see what we got.
Oh, Goodfellas. Come the fuck on.
Oh, yeah.
Goodfellas. Yeah, I didn't know Goodfellas was the 90s. Oh, this is good.
Yeah. Now, Clueless was fire.
Rush Hour.
Oh, Rush Hour, crazy.
They got Menace to Society up there.
Keep going. Casino.
Friday. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Casino.
Heat probably
Fire.
was out too. That was amazing.
Cry Baby was good. Johnny Depp.
I didn't
American Pie. Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't realize
So we
that
had
was the
bangers
90s.
in the 90s, man.
Keep going. What else? Ugh.
What do we got here? Oh, Adam Sandler had a run in the 90s. Holy shit.
Oh, Adam Sandler. I ain't
Yeah,
never
he
seen none of
owned
them
that.
shit.
I mean,
Titanic.
oh,
Titanic
forget it.
sucked.
I would have just breathed on the water.
That's right.
That's how I would have got
That's
out.
right.
I would have
None
just
of them-
breathed on the
None
water
of them
and I
even
wouldn't have
tried.
died.
Bro. None of them even tried.
I don't feel cold.
They didn't even try. They just was like, fuck it. They didn't even test their powers.
I hope your wife sends me the video of you trying to breathe underwater and you just go.
Oh, the Blair Witch Project. Blair Witch was fire.
Blair Witch was good.
Especially when I thought it was
dude,
real.
Ace
You
Ventura.
just called Titanic trash and you said Blair
Titanic
Witch.
trash, bro.
Come on, bro.
What?
Blair Witch was fire. The first Blair Witch, especially when I thought it was real. Titanic was trash.
This guy believes everything, bro.
Titanic?
Yeah.
I just didn't like it. She shared the board. What happened?
At the end, Rose should have shared. There was enough for two of them to be on the board. She was selfish and let whatchamacallit die.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, he's broke. Fuck she gonna do with his ass when they get back home? That's just a nice little fling for the boat ride.
Oh, she was fucking him?
Yeah.
I forgot about all that.
Watch the movie.
No.
Yeah. He digged that down in a Model T. Model T smashed. Fogged up the windows.
They had Model Ts on the boat?
And
Why they have cars on the boat?
Because they had to get the cars from London to America, bro.
Should have drove one off that motherfucker.
Facts, though. Like, there got to be something that could float in there, right? Like, nah, they didn't plan that very well, but still. She also had the jewelry, kept that shit.
For no reason.
Gold digging ass.
Let's go to some ass kids, Taylor. Did they ever just recover all those bodies from the Titanic?
Nah. They just down there, frozen. Because they didn't try to breathe, bro. They didn't try to breathe. That's why they died.
Big Mickey says, if the world was to end tomorrow and you had one last thing to say from radio or stage, if the world was ending tomorrow, what the fuck would make you think I'd be on the radio?
Yeah.
The fuck? You think that's why I want to spend my last day on this planet?
What are you doing?
I'm going to Anguilla with my family. We all gonna breathe underwater.
That's
That's what the fuck gonna happen. Why would what the hell? First of all, if the world was to end tomorrow, it'd be chaos. If everybody knew the world was ending tomorrow, like there would be nobody. They might be listening to the radio. I doubt they would be coming to a show though. You think?
Yeah, no.
Okay. Man, I don't. Unless Schultz has something. Do you have something?
What if you're already on the radio and then you find out? And I'm already at a show and then you find out?
No, that would be fire.
Everybody's listening.
Because I've been listening. I've been waiting for that. I know for a fact that Orson Welles' War of the Worlds moment is coming. I think it's probably going to happen on social media, right? But Orson Welles got on the radio and told everybody UFOs was coming.
The aliens.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, and people were wild. He was playing, but people were wild.
People lost their minds.
They lost their minds. I don't know if I would want that responsibility to say that the world is going to end tomorrow. Plus, I'm not going to believe it. You really think any of us would believe that shit?
What?
They told us the world was ending tomorrow?
Bro, we don't believe anything.
No, we would not believe it. They'd be just like, don't look up. We'd be like, man, what the fuck, man? Shit. Get a glizzy and enjoy your day, yo. Okay? Let's do one more. Oh, this is a good one. Jordan Cole V says, Biden again or Trump again?
Whoa. That's a tricky one, huh? Trump, people start tearing themselves apart again. The country is just the fucking animosity and the anger and the vitriol people have. That's just fucking exhausting to live in, to be honest with you.
It's going to be there whether it's Trump or not, though.
Say what?
It's going to be there whether it's Trump or not.
But the temperature's much cooler with Biden. He's just dead. But if he was, it's a cooler temperature in my opinion. Yeah. You don't feel that?
No.
Oh wow, I feel like it's much cooler.
No. You're lying. Put it like this. If that's the case, then Trump has never been the issue.
The whole country was on fire for like a year.
Because the country's on fire. Like, we got to stop acting like who's ever in the fucking White House really dictated the country. The country was on fire during Obama. The country was on fire during the Clintons. Man, I promise you, I'm watching this Obama documentary yesterday. The things they were saying in the doc, it's like they were saying it yesterday.
Well, that's
like,
the thing.
The country's going into a recession and,
nothing changes.
Racism, nothing changed.
It's on repeat, bro. That's why you got to live your life. Do what Duval does, man. Just live your life. Once you realize it doesn't change, it's all a game.
I agree.
Unplug.
I agree.
Get it in.
Like, I promise, go home. Everybody out there, watch the Obama doc. It's on HBO. It's 3 parts. Watch that doc and listen to the rhetoric from the 90s when Clinton was in office. Listen to the rhetoric when Obama was in office, Bush, whoever. It all sounds exactly like it sounds now. Fighting for voting rights. What the fuck did I just say? Fighting for voting rights. We're headed into a recession. It's the same. Roe v. Wade needs to be codified. All of the same exact shit. All of the same exact shit. Nothing has changed. So it's like Biden again or Trump again.
Let's see.
Let's go autopilot for a while. We ain't tried that yet. We ain't tried that yet. Like, let's go autopilot for a while.
I think
we kind of autopilot.
I think we are on autopilot. The president really is just a figurehead, but that's fine. You need somebody for us to be angry at. You need somebody for us to blame. We are kind of on autopilot.
I promise you, Joe Biden or Donald Trump is not to blame. This country had both of them. Every president in the last, however, 20 years has dealt with circumstances beyond their control.
Yeah.
America created a system. The system, I believe, is not working for everybody the way that it should.
But that's the point of the president. A lot of people don't realize it. The point of the president is for us to point the finger at and be like, this is your fault, even though this system has been put in place.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And the ship keeps moving no matter what. Right?
Yes.
So you get 4 years to be blamed or 8 years to be blamed.
Yes.
What you want?
And one thing Obama kept saying in this documentary, he was like, I hope none of y'all expect. He said, but he kept saying this. I hope nobody believes that I'm going to change America in 4 years or 8 years. Like he kept saying that.
Yeah.
But what he had was hope. That's and one reason I'm not even mad at Obama after watching that doc is like, that's really all he sold.
Yeah. Hope is a drug, bro.
He called it the audacity of hope.
Yeah.
That's literally all it was. I'm going to provide you hope. It's the motherfuckers that say, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that and I'm going to make this happen. I'm going to make this happen.
Yeah.
Those are the ones we get mad at because now we're like, why the fuck you lie to me, bro?
I'm going to make you hope it will happen.
But he also ran on the slogan of change.
Yeah.
So like that's your big slogan.
He said change we can believe in. He didn't say I was going to actually make change. He said this is change that I'm offering. I'm offering another way. But there was this guy on the dock, I can't remember his name. He said, man, I forgot how he worded it, but he was like, the level of delusion you have to have
to believe you could change America.
No, not to change America, to believe that white supremacy won't always be white supremacy. Because, Barack spent a lot of his time not addressing white supremacy, not addressing racism until he got caught up with the Reverend Jeremiah Wright thing. And then he gave this whole speech on race. But it was interesting because they played a speech, but they got guys like Cornel West talking about the speech in real time. And they're like, he was lying right there. You know what I'm saying? He shouldn't have said it like this because that's not true. And I just found that so interesting. But it was like, Barack, because of his experiences, growing up with a white mother, white grandmother, like being half white.
Yeah.
His experience with whiteness was different.
Absolutely.
So he saw white people in a totally different way than probably every other minority. And you can't be mad at him.
Not at
all. That's his experience.
He experienced love from a white woman.
Yeah.
He experienced love from, I imagine, his white grandmother.
Yeah,
it's probably hard to hate a group of people that are loving. He also grew up in Hawaii, and I think this is really important for people to understand. White people are not the majority in Hawaii, and white people are, how do I say this? Like kind of look down, they're second tier in Hawaii. So, and in Hawaii, Barack passes as Hawaiian. So he grew up in a place where when people saw him, they didn't see a black guy. They're like, oh, that's that skinny Samoan guy, or that's that skinny Hawaiian guy. So he grew up as the majority and the accepted group.
Yeah.
Even though his mother, who raised him, was white, they call white people like Howleys over there, right? So it's like he had a very unique situation.
Yeah.
He wasn't the black guy that's walking in around the white neighborhood being looked at all the time and feeling like second-class citizen. He's the black and white guy that's passing as Hawaiian, walking around Hawaii like, oh yeah, I'm normal. Everybody accepts me. This is my people. And they're treating you as if you are one of them.
And growing up in Indonesia. He said in Indonesia, he was just American.
Well, that's probably the first time that he was like, oh, I'm an outsider.
Yeah, but either way, he was still getting treated like an outsider.
Yeah.
Because he was American.
Yeah.
So his experiences are totally different. But long story short, it don't matter who's in the White House. America been having the same old problems for a long
And we will continue.
And we will continue to have these same fucking problems. That's why I can't wait to see who does win in 2024. Because then people will probably really notice it like, shit, they still talking about goddamn
the same shit.
Voting rights? They still talking about Roe v. Wade? Like, nothing is going to change. Make sure you go get the tickets for the Black Effect Podcast Festival.
Yes.
blackeffect.com/podfest. Tickets are on sale right now. It happens August 28th at the Mirage in Brooklyn. 85 South Show, Horrible Decisions, Reasonably Shady, All the Smoke, bunch of your favorite podcasts, food, vendors, drinks, all of that good stuff. So join us. Go get your tickets, blackeffect.com/podcast festival. And as always, if you listen, and get Andrew's special.
TheAndrewSchultz.com. Go get it right there.
This Sunday.
Order it. Infamous. We're all watching this Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Go get that shit right now. BetOnline is going to match that money that you buy for the special. I'm going to put it for you to make a bet so you can do that. That's awesome. Shouts out for that. But yeah, go get it right now. Let's run it up. Let's change the fucking game, man. It's really up to y'all. If y'all rock with this, then the game has changed, man, and that would be wild.
And then that's when the screamer's gonna come and give you whatever the fuck you want.
Well, that's when I have a number.
But you know why they're gonna do that? Because they're gonna be like, we cannot let this model keep going. They're paying you for the model. As always, you listen to this podcast, you think we're smart, you think we're intelligent, you think we're brilliant, you're absolutely right. But if you listen to this podcast and you think we're just a couple of idiots who don't know shit, you're right too. It's the Brilliant Idiots Podcast. Thank you for listening.
Peace.